Hey girl, I want to come on here and give you a quick update on the Paul Pelosi case. You know, I broke the case on what happened to Paul Pelosi when a intruder by the name of David Depape broke into his home looking for his wife Nancy. Now, they just released a video footage from the police cam showing what happened, so-called in details, girl. And it's not very much in details if you ask me. But anyway, so on October the 28th, 2022, an intruder by the name of David Depape broke into Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi's home in San Francisco. Now, this guy right here, this is my first time seeing him. He came to Nancy's house because he came looking for Nancy, girl. He wasn't looking for Paul. He was looking for Nancy. Let him tell it. He came in with a hammer. He was beating on their door trying to enter the home. I think from what the article said, he beat on the door until he found a way to enter the home. He entered the home, and Paul, girl, clearly Paul saw him. When Paul saw him, he was like, hold up 1 second, intruder. Let me call 911. Girl, Paul went over, called 911. From my understanding, girl, he called 911, and the Depape just sat there. David just sat there and waited while he patiently called 911. Now, he called 911. Now, I don't know what they was doing in between the time that 911 made the call, contacted the police, and the police arrived. But the police arrived to the door, and this is how they answered the door, girl. This is how Paul and David answered the door. Paul standing here with his shirt on, his button-up shirt on with no pants on, and David standing here with his shorts on, I don't know what kind of shirt he had on, and a hammer in the hand. Now Paul got one hand on the hammer, and David got two hands on the hammer, and they both answered the door like this. Now the police is standing here, okay, and now as the police answered the door, he was like, "You guys, put the hammer down." David responded, "Nope." And then as he said no, they started pulling and tugging over the hammer. And then David takes the hammer and then whap. Now as he hits Paul over the head with the hammer, Paul falls behind these shutters right here, so we really don't see the hit. All we see is Paul laying on the ground. Okay, so it's not that much detail. And then of course we see just rumbling around. It looks like the police is fumbling around with David. Okay. Oh, girl. So we supposed to believe this. Now, they gets David back to the station. They ask him some questions. They're like, "David, why did you come to these folks' house? Why did you come over here bothering these folks?" David responded that he was looking for Nancy because he said that the Democrats are pretty much an evil party. And as he was saying that, he was holding back tears. He was so heartbroken because he felt like the Democrats cannot be trusted, and it's his duty to make sure that he puts a stop to their evilness. Okay. Well, we were like, okay, so what you was gonna do with Nancy? It's like he was like, well, he was looking for Nancy because Nancy was next in line to be the president, and he didn't want that to happen. So he was gonna take the zip ties that he had. He was gonna, I guess, bound Nancy up, okay, and allegedly, girl, and this is what I read in the article, okay, I'm just summing it up in my own words, and he said he was going to bound her up and break her kneecaps. Like, huh? Excuse me, David, what did you say? He said, yeah, you heard him. He was going to break her kneecaps. It's like, sir, don't you know Nancy's 80-something years old? Baby, why would you do that to that lady? But he felt like it was, he felt like that ain't no big deal. It's just like, it's two kneecaps. So when he went to court, they asked him, what do he plead to coming into these folks' house, hitting Paul with his hammer. He said not guilty, even though he is on the camera in these folks' house. Done told them the whole plan. He said he's not guilty, girl. So I guess we're going to go to court. They're going to go to court and see what they're going to charge David Depape with, okay, for Paul's incident. Now, Paul, girl, Paul was at the hospital within a couple of days, girl, after being hit. They said he was, I don't know how, but Paul, 82 years old, he survived the hit. Good for him. He was at the hospital with his little hat tilted to the side, baby. He's back in these streets, in the San Francisco streets. So, girl, I don't know, girl. Check out the story that I did on them earlier, okay? It was something suspicious going on, but the police department said, girl, keep your suspicions to yourself, honey. Keep your false allegations and everything to your opinions and everything to yourself. It's like, well, don't worry about what people are saying. Just worry about the facts. Okay, people got the right to talk. It's like, girl, they're trying to censor everybody, girl. But anyway, girl, that's it, girl. Paul got a video out. It ain't showing much, okay, and good, because nobody wants to see that, but we still don't know. I guess David said he's not guilty, so because we didn't see him actually we saw him take the hammer and he swung, but we didn't see the actual hammer connect. Girl, I'm sure it's a lawyer somewhere that can get him off. So, girl, that's the story, girl. That's the update, okay? There's a video out, and not much is seen, but a bunch of, girl, enough of a Tyler Perry production, girl. It's a Tyler Perry production, girl. So we moving on, girl, to the next story, girl. Catch me on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.